What is given here? Just you see, teach us to bear yoke in youth with steadfastness and careful truth, that in our time thy grace may give the truth whereby the nations live. Here, teach us to bear yoke in youth, okay, with steadfastness. Yoke in youth with steadfastness and careful truth. With steadfastness and careful truth, that in our time thy grace may give the truth whereby the nations live. So here just you see the difficult words, what it is given. Steadfastness, it is the unchanging or uncompromising attitude, it is firmness. Steadfastness, it is your unchanging or uncompromising attitude. Thy means your. Thy means your. The God. Thy grace, God's blessings. Thy grace, the God's blessings. Then the truth, real and true virtues. Here the truth means the real and true virtues. So here what the poet just explained here, the poet tries to say, the children pray to God, teach us to bear yoke in youth. Yoke means it is your responsibility. Yoke means responsibility. It's not mentioned here the difficult words. So it means responsibility. I'm telling you now, responsibility. Okay. So children, you all of you must note down all the meanings, or whenever I'm making underlines here, you just underline in your book also. If no book, you can note down in your copy. So yoke means responsibility in youth. So the children, they have the responsibility in youth with steadfastness and careful truth. Steadfast in the firm, firmness, attitude, uncompromising attitude, unchanging attitude, and careful truth. That in our time, thy grace may give the truth, the God's blessings. Thy grace means God's blessings. They may give the truth, means the real, the true virtues, whereby the nations live. So the children pray to God to bless them with the qualities, to enable them to shoulder the responsibility of the nation with truthfulness, patience, and self-control. They also promise that by the grace of the God, that in our time thy grace, the grace of the God, their truthfulness will build a prosperous and developed nation. Thy grace may give the truth whereby the nations live. They will make a prosperous and developed nation. So what are the literary devices used here? You see, the literary devices used here, that is your metaphor. Where they use metaphor? Metaphor, it is just your comparison. Means without using as or like. In simile, we can use as or like. These words, it is used in simile. But here, metaphor, it is comparing things. It is also comparison, but comparing things explicitly. Right? So here metaphor, it is your yoke in youth. This is here your metaphor is used. Okay. So then coming to rhyme, the same like previous stanza, it is your youth, truth, give, live. So if it is first one, it is your first one. If it is A, first one, if it is A, then second one, the same as A, youth, truth. If the first word it is A, second word same as youth, truth, A, then give, live. We are giving B, B. So here it is the rhyme scheme. The stanza 3, we can identify simplify, that is the rhyme scheme A, B, A, B. Rhyme scheme here. The next thing, what value you got here? What is that value in stanza 3? The value you have got here, taking up responsibility, to shoulder the responsibility, taking up responsibility. Okay, so here this great value got in stanza 3. So I hope you must learn. Coming to the next stanza, stanza 4. Teach us to rule ourselves alone. Teach us to rule ourselves always and control and cleanly night and day, that we may bring, if need arise, no maimed or worthless sacrifice. So here, maimed, that is your insincere, half-hearted or worthless. Teach us to rule ourselves only, controlled and cleanly night and day, that we may bring, if we arise, no maimed or worthless sacrifice. So what does it mean? It means that the God who bless that children, or the children seek the blessings of God to enable them to do some the great deeds for their country. To cheer the children, pray to God to teach them to lead a controlled and disciplined life. They want to maintain a disciplined life. Teach us to rule ourselves always, means rule ourselves. Rule ourselves means to be disciplined. They want to be disciplined. They want to maintain a disciplined life. To rule ourselves always, controlled and cleanly night and day. We must be controlled. We must be focused, that we may bring, if need arise, no maimed or worthless sacrifice, and that we may bring, if need arise, no maimed, no insincerity, no half-hearted, no worthless job or worthless sacrifice. They don't want it. So what they want? They wish to be masters of their passions and strength. They resolve, they pledge, they promise themselves the service of the nation, ever ready for any sacrifice expected of them for the national interest or for the interest of their motherland. They pray for courage and to make useful. Whom they pray for? They pray to God that make them courageous to make the useful sacrifice wholeheartedly, not the worthless sacrifice. So coming to poetic devices, that is your metaphor. Metaphor, it is here in the last line, it is used, no maimed or worthless sacrifice. So here metaphor is used. And just if I can find out here another, that is your alliteration, that is controlled cleanly. So here the sound C. Sound C it is. Sounds C sound. Alliteration is used here. Here it is alliteration. Alliteration means repetition of sounds. Consonant sounds. Repetition of consonant sounds. Controlled and cleanly night and day. Another one, it is repetition of the same sound. Repetition of same sound. That is alliteration. Alliteration means repetition of same sound, that is alliteration. So here in the second line, alliteration is used. Controlled cleanly. The sound, C sound is, you can find the C sound. And in the last line, metaphor is used. Metaphor means it is your comparison, explicit comparison without using as or like. As or like using simile, but metaphor. Those words will not be used. It is a comparison, explicit comparison, or compare explicitly. Then, what value we got here? What is that value? In this stanza, we got the value, that is your disciplined life. The children interested to adopt disciplined life. Okay, it is disciplined life. So value we got here, that is disciplined life. It was all about your up to stanza 4, disciplined life, and the rhyme it is, as you say, always, day, arise, sacrifice. So here 2 couplets, always, day, arise, rise. The same way it is A, B, B. So here the rhyme scheme, it is in this stanza also, A, B, B. Is it over? So coming to the next slide, what is that? What you have learnt or what you got from this poem. So here the children, all over what we got here, you learned today, the children express their feelings of love and sacrifice for their motherland in a very clear manner. They appeal to God's blessings, they seek God's blessings, and they want to be showered by the God, that they can work hard to make their country proud of them. So doing good and forgiving others should be their motto. So thank you. See you in the next video for another 4 stanzas.